Looking for the perfect home security camera system in 2025? You're in the right place. In this video, I'll share my top 5 picks, each one personally tested for video quality, motion detection, night vision, audio clarity, ease of setup, and real-world home protection. Whether you're living in an apartment, a family home, or managing multiple entry points, I'll help you choose a system that keeps your space safe, smart, and always in sight. All the camera systems I mentioned are linked below with live prices and exclusive discounts. Check the description and grab the one that fits your home best. At number 5, Blink Mini Indoor Camera. The first time I set up the Blink Mini, I wasn't even expecting much. I just plugged it in by my desk to test it out while editing. But right away, I got a notification on my phone. It picked up motion the second my cat walked into frame. Even in low light, like that soft blue hue from my monitor at night, the footage stayed sharp and clear. That infrared night vision? Legit. I could make out every detail, even the pattern on the rug. What surprised me most was how effortless the whole setup felt. I didn't need a hub, didn't need a tech degree, just the app, a Wi-Fi signal, and I was streaming live in 1080p. I placed one near the front door later, and the field of view is just wide enough to catch both the entryway and part of the hallway. Perfect angle, no blind spots. The two-way audio was more useful than I expected. I was out grabbing groceries when a package came, got the motion alert, opened the app, and just said, "Hey, can you leave that near the plant stand?" Through my phone. Clear audio both ways, no lag. The delivery guy heard me instantly and waved at the camera. This thing's tiny, like it disappears into a shelf. Yet it records at 30 FPS, reacts instantly, and works with Alexa. I just told my Echo, "Show me the living room," and boom, live feed in full HD on the screen. I even scheduled it to arm every night at 11 p.m. And every morning when I wake up, I get that little timeline of motion clips. It's like checking the security log of a smart vault. If you're serious about home monitoring, but don't want to mess with wires or bulky DVR systems, this little Blink Mini just works. Reliable, sharp, and responsive. Number 4. Ring Indoor Camera. I set up the Ring Indoor Cam 2nd Gen in my workspace and instantly noticed the upgrade, not just in how it looks, but in how it feels when it's running. You plug it in, open the app, and within minutes, you're getting a crystal clear live feed in 1080p. But it's the color night vision that really caught me off guard. I had it mounted facing the hallway lights off, late night, and it still picked up the deep blue of a hoodie on the coat rack. Actual color in darkness. That's not something you see often at this price point. What makes it even better is the field of view. I wasn't expecting 143 degrees to feel this wide. I had one camera covering the full living room wall to wall from the front door to the side window, and the second unit in the kitchen showing the full counter and stove. No blind spots, no weird cropping. Talking through it felt natural too. I was testing two-way audio and said something from the Ring app while my brother was in the kitchen. No delay, no echo. The noise cancellation is dialed in. You hear the person, not the room. I also like the physical privacy cover. It's such a subtle but welcome touch. Slide it over, and you see that the mic and cam are off, not just hoping the app muted them. Especially useful when you're in meetings or filming and don't want background pickup. Even the power cable gives you options. The included one is plenty for most setups, but I grabbed a 10-feet one to run it across a shelf, and it's flexible enough to keep hidden. Everything connects over 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, and I didn't have a single dropout even with other smart devices running at once. For a camera this compact, the Ring Indoor Cam doesn't cut corners. It delivers peace of mind and polish in one setup, perfect for renters, creators, or families who want to see what's going on, not just get alerts. At number 3, Arlo Essential Indoor Camera. The first thing you notice with the Arlo Essential 2K is how bold the image feels, even before you start zooming in. I mounted one just above the front porch light, and the second in the hallway inside. And the 2K resolution hits you immediately. Faces, license plates, even the stitching on a jacket walking past, nothing gets blurred out. The clarity at that level turns a basic motion alert into real visual confirmation. I tested it on a rainy evening because, let's be real, If your outdoor cam can't handle a little weather, what's the point? This thing is IP65 rated, and it stood up like a champ. Not only did it hold up, but the color night vision kept the footage usable, even with nothing but the street light on. The built-in spotlight kicks on automatically with motion, and that sudden flash? Enough to make any porch pirate think twice. One of my favorite things is how completely wireless it is. No cords, no clutter, no drilling near outlets. I mounted both using basic wall anchors, connected to Wi-Fi, and I was live streaming from my phone in less than 15 minutes. And yes, full two-way audio from the app. I literally told a food delivery guy to drop the order inside the gate while watching him live on my tablet. The motion alerts are tuned really well. I set up zones through the app, and it doesn't go off for every bird or leaf. Just when someone actually steps into the frame. And because it integrates with Alexa, I can just say, "Alexa, show me the front camera." While I'm cooking hands-free, instant response. And if you're wondering about battery, it's solid. I've been testing for weeks with medium motion frequency and still haven't hit 50%. That kind of longevity matters when you don't want to be climbing up a ladder every few days. At number 2, Wyze Cam V3 indoor camera. The moment I powered on the Wyze Cam Pan V3, it felt like I had a little security robot stationed in my house. I set it up in the corner of my living room first, just to see what it could do. And within seconds, it was tracking my dog as he paced around the couch. Not just watching, following. That full 360 degrees pan and tilt isn't a gimmick. It's constantly scanning and adjusting with real-time motion. You walk into the frame, and the lens literally swings to face you. It's wild. I moved it outside for a bit, just to see how it'd handle the elements. It's IP65 rated, so I mounted it under the porch roof, and yeah, even in light drizzle, it kept working like nothing changed. The color night vision kicked in right after sunset. And the feed didn't just stay sharp, it stayed colorful. I could still make out the red paint on the neighbor's truck, even in low light. Inside, this thing's become my go-to cam for monitoring everything I put it in the hallway at night, and when the kids get up for water, I can see exactly what's going on without false alerts. The motion sensor is tuned well, and the audio alerts add that extra layer. Plus, the two-way audio lets me talk directly through the app, whether it's telling the dog to get off the couch or checking in on a delivery guy at the door. The app control is tight too. With Alexa or Google Assistant, I just say "Show hallway camera," and it pulls up the feed instantly. No lag, no reconnecting, it just works. I've even used the zoom feature mid-feed to check on something across the room. And the clarity held up surprisingly well for 1080p. This isn't just a camera, it's full-on active surveillance in a palm-sized body. If you need smart motion tracking, voice control, and real-time interaction without blowing your budget, this one's seriously hard to beat. At number 1, Ezviz C6 2K plus indoor camera. I wasn't expecting much when I first unboxed the Ezviz C6 CN, but within a few hours of use, it quickly proved it wasn't just another generic indoor cam. The 2K plus resolution is no joke. I set it up on a high shelf in the nursery, and the level of detail it picked up was insane. You could read the fine print on a baby bottle label from across the room. And the way it tracks movement? It's freakishly smooth. My toddler toddled from one side of the crib to the other, and the camera followed like it was locked on rails. No jerkiness, no delay. But the real standout is the human detection. I tested it by walking into frame while leaving the dog roaming freely. The camera only pinged me when I walked in. No more notifications every time the curtains move or the dog stretches. It knows what matters. I mounted it upside down under a shelf in the kitchen just to test the angles. Didn't even need to mess with orientation. The app flipped everything perfectly. I got pinged one evening while out at dinner, opened the app, and there it was, live feed. Auto-tracking me as my brother grabbed snacks from the fridge. The two-way talk actually sounds natural too. You speak through the phone app, and the voice doesn't come out robotic or muffled. I checked in on my family while at the studio and had a full conversation through it, like a walkie-talkie in HD. It plays great with Alexa too. Alexa, show me the nursery camera, and boom, it's live. You can tell this was built with smart homes in mind, not as an afterthought. The Ezviz C6 CN fits anywhere on a counter, wall, even upside down under a cabinet. And every time I check the feed, it feels like I've got a full-time guard posted in the room, not just a passive camera. Found a camera you like? I've added all the latest deals and updated purchase links in the description. Just scroll down and grab the one that suits your needs.